your name and where you're connecting from. If you're glad to be here today, can you just drop in the chat box your name and where you're joining from? Thank you very much. While we do that and make welcome everyone, just your name, where you're connecting from, your name, where you're connecting from. Thank you, Mr. Ayodeji Olabi from Nigeria. Thank you. Thank you. Let's do that quickly, please. So that we do not take much time. Thank you. Adekemi from Nigeria. Thank you. Azan Miriam from Nigeria. Thank you. Yes. While that is going on, persons, and we set the stage rolling. Oh, sorry, pardon me if I'm not calling very well. Sorry, just pardon me. Roll, Bolarin wise better. Nigeria, thank you. Oyal Legon, thank you from Nigeria. Thank you, Prince from Abuja, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining. Yes. Good. Thank you for joining. Trying to bring this up. Yeah, good. We are called to stop humanity. So we are at the arrival section of participants and guests. Yeah, the arrival. Welcome. Yes, you can turn on your video if you want. That would be great. Turn on your video. I can see Mr. Michael on the video. Thank you for joining. Together we shall stand. Yes. Aremo Olayinka as well was on video earlier on. Thank you for joining. Solani Yifilade. Yeah, I can see you on video as that. Miriam. Thank you for joining. So, without further ado, I would like us to just take the nursing anthem together. Some of us don't know why we took that nursing anthem. And it's very important to remind one another those precious words. Yes. So I would start now playing the nursing anthem. Kindly, Avco, yes, if you can unmute your mic as well, just unmute your mic as we sing along. It's going to be short, yes, but it's going to be impactful, I believe, as the lyrics of those words, those songs resonate in our minds. Okay, let's get to do this now. 1, 2, 3, very steady, and let's go. We're taking it together. The national nursing anthem. We are calling to serve humanity and down the hearts of caring. We are built on integrity and discipline that transcends to every generation. Immaculate and amiable, we are the songs to everyone. And nation full of beautiful, a healthy world. Together we shall stand. Seas of grace, seas of caring, song of humility and service. We are especially ordained for this occasion. Yes. I'm proud to be yours. Wow. Even far we got up with one more. Just name it. If you don't know that, name it.
For responses, selfless
Nothing's a grand, nothing's a carry. Simplicity and verity. We especially are this generation. Yes, I'm proud to be enough.
Great. That's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing. Why some of us could somehow remember the lyrics, some others were just human. It is okay. Don't worry, human. It's okay.
I was actually hearing most of it.
Great. So if you're joining us, this is the FNLP, and today we are having a very special, amazing day. And as you all know, that today is the award ceremony for the Future Nursing Scholarship, and don't forget we are based on our thematic word, which is investing in nurses, sustaining and retaining the nursing work first. All right, without any further ado, I would like to come up next to the next point on the agenda. Meanwhile, if you're just joining, put up your name in the chat box and where you're joining from. If you're joining us now, just put up your name in the chat box and where you are joining from. Thank you very much. As you do that, my name is Victor Rodier, and I'll be a moderator for this path. And subsequently, we are going to have Nos Khadija and Nos Olaore. All right. So without any further ado, it behoves us to, put everything in the hands of God. We acknowledge his sovereignty. So can we have Nos Khadija just do a quick prayer for us? And thereafter, Nos Olaore would also pray for us. Nos Khadija, are you there, please? Just 1 minute each. Nos Khadija, please kindly unmute yourself. All right. Without further ado, if she's not currently there, can we have Ms. Olaore? Can you come up, Ms. Olaore? Ms. Olaore, can you come up, please? Okie dokie. If we don't have as well, can we have anyone just say what a prayer for us quickly? Thank you. Anyone? Don't be shy. Yeah, here goes the prince.
Thank you very much. Let's pray. Let's have a word of prayer. I hope you can all hear me.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's pray. Oh, dear Lord God, here we are, committing our programs today in your hands. We pray that you take absolute control. Is a program has been planned, and we pray that you abide with each and every one of us and give us a wonderful experience throughout this program, so that at the end we'll rejoice in your presence and we'll give all glory to your name, and it will be a blessing to all of us. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much, friends, for that short prayer. If we have any one of the other religion too, can you please come up quickly and say the prayer? Quickly, 1 minute. Go in. Okay. Thank you very much for that once again, friends. Next up on my list is, before I go to that, I'd like us to just quickly drop on the chat box, because it's a way to communicate with everyone at the same time and as quickly as possible. drop on the chat box what you like or what you love most about being a nurse. What you love most about being a nurse. Quickly. Thank you, Don Yen from Nigeria. What do you love most? What do you love most about being a nurse? Quickly, can you just drop that in the chat box? Yeah, I know nursing leaders would say, I love to impact people. Nursing researchers would say, I love to do research. Good, making impact. Thank you. That's great. That's great. That's great. Thank you. Nurse Ayodeji. Thank you for that. Quickly. I know nurses are proactive people. Saving lives. That's deep. That's deep. That's it. Yeah. Saving lives. That's it. There is no doubt about this that nurses are quite important in the healthcare sector. The dignity that comes with, oh my God, with the profession and helping others. This is great. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge. Thank you, Damilola. Anyone else? Just two more and we keep it rolling. Okay. Are you ready? Yeah. All right. Meeting people. Oh my God, this is great. This is great. This is great. Meeting people at the point of their need. Is that meeting people at the point of their needs, especially when they feel there is no hope? Beautiful. That's coming from Ayodeji. And Oluwatosin says, ability to help others. I strongly believe that we've got many things to say regarding the importance and what we feel privileged to do as nurses in the lives of various people that we have contact with every day. Thank you so much. So next agenda is introduction of our guest. Oh, thank you, Nos Aremo. Next agenda is introduction of our guest. I'm trying to scroll through to see if we've got all of them on board currently. Trying to see. Okay. All right. So while I that's going on, I'll just recognize the presence of Prince Alani. Thank you for joining, Prince of Chinoso. Onwo, please forgive me. Chinoso is fine. I'll just stop there for now. Yeah, Prince of ATNO. Yes, I'll recognize Prince of Michael, Mr. Michael, Nos Oluwatose, Nos Azan, Nos Olainka, of course, Nos Ayodeji, Nos Busolami Adefarati, Nos Sharon, Nos Damilola Iwale, Nos Abibat Aderomu, Nos Adekemi Olowokere, Green Oaks, supposing that is the name. Noshemilo Re Olare, welcome. Nosri Abat Bolanwa, welcome. Nos Oluwani Femi Akintayo, welcome. Then Ire Mide Adekoya, welcome everyone. All right, okie dokie. We have to just continue from air. And the next point on our agenda is the opening address by the FNLP president in person of, please make welcome no other person than Nos Aremu Olayinka. Can you please just make a welcome and by putting our hands together in the chat box? Thank you. Nos Aremu, please, I yield the mic.
Yeah, okay. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, ma.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for joining in today. I want to especially welcome all our guests, our special guests of honor. And I'm going to do that introduction because I have to do it. It's very important myself before even the opening address. I think it's important that we give honor to who honor is due, and standing on the shoulders of giants. That's why I always say that I'm standing on the shoulders of giants in nursing. So it's such a privilege, to be honest, to be here. Trying to look for my video myself. Okay, 1 second, please. Okay, so I want to recognize the presence of the Registrar of Northern Military Council in absentia here. He did send his apologies. I think he will be sending a representative. And I think also that Prince Olaniyi will also be standing representing him, so to say. So thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I also want to recognize the presence of Comrade Michael Nachi. We haven't met before, but he is the NAM chairman, and I know of the marvelous things you've been doing in nursing Nigeria. So thank you so much for honoring our very impromptu, invitation. Last year, you also, honored our invitation. So we are so blessed to have you. Thank you so much. And I want to recognize the presence of my own mentor. Yeah, everybody has their own mentor, but this is my own mentor. My own mentor and two-time supervisor. I call her my school mother, my sister as well, and she's no other person than Dr. Adekemi Olowokere, who is the HOD of Department of Nursing, OAU Ile-Ife, my alma mater. I want to thank you so much I know she's actually not supposed to be here. Thank you for making our time. I know this is important to you. Thank you so much. I want to specifically also recognize our keynote speaker today, who is also a member of the board of directors of FNLP, Dr. Chinonso, Professor Chinonso Nwosichi. Thank you so much. All the way from America. Thank you so much. He's an associate professor over there. So thank you so much, sir. I want to recognize the presence of all the directors. We're still going to do a proper introduction when the directors at board of directors in FNLP, all the volunteers, and as well the celebrants of today and all the featured scholars and all our guests. Thank you so much for joining us. Paventure, if we have any of our guests joining later as well, we'll continue to do the introduction. So thank you. So I was asked to do an opening remark. I think I'm just going to share a slide there. Pardon me, just 1 second. So basically, the Future Nursing Leadership Program, as many may have known, or just to say, it's one of the corporate social responsibility of my organization, NCO Healthcare Consulting. So one of the things we do at NCO is promoting and supporting healthcare organizations and healthcare professionals in their career development, in optimizing their healthcare operations and recruitment and leadership training for the staffs or members. So as part of the corporate social responsibility, the Future Nursing Leadership Program was established last year as a late 2021. And I'm the visionary, but as we know that a tree does not make a forest, I ran this initiative through a very dear friend who is not here today, Nurse Victor Obina, and we shared and we started this together. So I want to thank Nurse Obina in absentia as well for believing in this vision. So basically, after I read the reports of ICN about the sustain and retain situations post-COVID and the challenges with massive migration of nurses. By the way, I'm a Nigerian trained nurse, and I know I'm not practicing in Nigeria, so I'm part of the effect of the migration. But I see this as a positive give back. So we looked at the challenges that has come upon the nursing profession, the healthcare profession, nationally, as a country, Nigeria, and as well globally, as a profession, and across all the healthcare organizations, there have been massive depletion of workforce. There's an increase in need for supply, which was one of the recommendations of ICN. But then we look at this: how do we sustain the nurses workforce that are even there? A lot of nurses are, migrating, and you can't stop the migration. You can't say, oh, don't migrate. or so. So what can we do to make sure that we still retain our workforce? What can we do to make sure that, we support the nurses as much as possible? So FNLP was launched with 6 winners. So last year we had the first cohort, and with 6 winners, very competitive scholarship process. And the aim is to encourage nurses to see more reasons to remain in nursing. And as several time, let me put it out, I think 2-time recipient of a scholarship, which was not a nurse-led scholarship when I was in OAU. I think that was a Carnegie scholarship. I was opportune to benefit 2 times from that scholarship. I can remember it was 70,000. The first one was 70,000. The second one was 40,000 or so, or maybe 70. I remember the huge impact that scholarship did for me. Being a lover of academics, of books, I kind of invested almost all the money on buying textbooks. I remember I bought my Brunel and Sugars. I bought, a community health textbook. I bought so many textbooks because I love to read textbooks. So that, I would say, contributed to my success as an undergraduate student, and, kind of fortified me for the future. So we started with 100,000 each for each of the candidates, which, we had to source from sponsorship. We were so blessed with, one sponsor actually gave us, I think, 500,000 last year, and then we were able to just add up to it to sponsor 6 nurses. So the aim is to sponsor them every year throughout their academic period while in school, so that they can stay back in the country for 2 years, before, even if they have a plan of relocating. So at least we are retaining our nursing workforce. So we have a aim of retaining 100 nurses in 5 years. So we know this is possible, actually. So like I said, the Future Nursing Scholarship is just a pioneer program under the FNLP, and it's a commitment to sponsoring and retain a minimum of 100 nurses within Nigerian nursing workforce over the next 5 years. If we do this, I think it's a huge contribution of progress. So FNS Future Nursing Scholarship is not merely about financial support, it's about building confidence, authority and influence in our scholars. We don't just want to, it's not another giveaway, as people might see it. It's for you to know that you have resources to invest in your career. So this will help them, to become a nursing leader in the future and be able to contribute to policies and practices both locally and nationally, and of course, improving patient care and health outcomes. So by extension, the FNLP programs also includes Future Nursing Clinical Graduate Fellowship, Future Nursing Professional Development Programs, and Future Nursing Innovation Awards, which we will continue to unveil as time goes on. So to round up this section, just as I've explained earlier, we are inviting all stakeholders. This is a nurse-led sponsor. We're also open to philanthropies, organizations, the government also, to invest in the nurses. Together, we can collectively tackle the issue faced by nurses in the workforce. And yeah, thank you so much. We look forward to, a well-supported nursing profession in-house and outside. So thank you so much. I hope we have a lovely evening today. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Over to you, Mr. Victor.
All right. Thank you so much, Osarebo, for that wonderful speech. So while next up is the keynote speech by Dr. Chinozo. Just quickly, as I'm trying to share my screen. Trying to share my screen to.
I can
You
do
know,
that. That will help.
okay, all right, thank you very much. Yeah.
You can go
Thank
ahead
you
and
very much.
introduce speaker.
All right, so I'll be introducing Dr. Chinozo, who is a member of the board, as Mr. Emwat earlier mentioned. So please join hands and we make welcome Dr. No other person than our lovely Dr. Chino. So please, let's welcome him for his keynote speech.
Yeah, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
We can hear you loud and clear.
All right.
Yes,
Thank you
sir.
for inviting me, and I appreciate everybody who is in attendance in today's program. Today, I'll just share a little bit of thoughts and experience on the importance of investing in nurses and how it correlates with sustaining the nursing workforce in Nigeria and also globally. I would like to stand on existing protocol because of our time. Yeah. For the sake of preambles, as a nurse educator, I always tell my students that I'm happy that all of them are here, and I'll be, they will eventually become my future colleagues. This is one of the benefits of being a leader, of being a nurse educator. The intention is to set the stage for my students and also to inform them of their values and my willingness to do everything I can to ensure a rewarding learning experience for them. I want them to know that their future careers as nurses are equally essential to me. At the beginning of the course of my educator journey, this has been my intention, even at the current period, is still critical to me, even till today. Now, what is investing? Investing, according to Oxford Dictionary, is an act of devoting one's energy, time, and effort to endeavor or an undertaking with the expectation that it will yield a positive outcome. We see investing as only material, as only monetary. But today, I'm going to make us understand that investing has to do with all other aspects of equipping an individual or equipping an individual for a cause, and also expecting that there will be an outcome at the end of the day. Most times when we are investing, we also invest our knowledge, we invest our time, we invest our means, even the opportunity to mentor somebody is a part of investment. And that is what we are calling today, that everybody should modify their orientation as what investing is, that we should see every opportunity to groom somebody that we will later call our future colleagues. Nursing is a complex but rewarding career and requires nurses who genuinely want to make difference in the lives of those they serve. Maintaining a robust nursing network or workforce is essential to meeting the needs of diverse patient population and advancing global health. As the largest segment of the healthcare workforce, nurses are very critical in providing the essential life-saving and life-sustaining care across all settings. And we cannot joke about, investing in the lives of nurses. Otherwise, our healthcare system is going to crumble. And this is the situation globally, not only in Nigeria, even in the United States, in all other countries. Nurses are the foundation, they are the building blocks of all healthcare systems. The worldwide nursing shortage in the last decade underscores the importance of preparing adequate number of professional nurses and the danger resulting from too few nurses being available to provide care. And this is why the FNS scholarship is actually gendering or actually fostering the retaining of nurses for future purposes, not for today, because in the nearest future, if we don't take action, there will be a crisis of nurses shortage. And again, the recent migration of nurses to all other climes like Nurse Olayinka said, previously, it's actually creating more tension in the workforce, even back home in Nigeria and all other countries. We see Philippines, they are also battling with the same issue because they are the highest exporter of nurses to the United States and other Western countries. So globally, the call for investing in nurses cannot be overemphasized. And that is why we have to take it as a priority to sustain the nursing workforce. Otherwise, our healthcare system is going to crumble. Some individuals and organizations have recognized the strong connections between maintaining a healthy supply of professional nurses and investing in education. Such organizations like we have today have taken it as a point of responsibility to see that we continue to motivate our nurses, not only financially. The finances may be a part of it, but then the package itself, it's what fosters interest in the lives of those people that we want to groom. These organizations are concerned that underfunding of our nursing programs may leave Nigeria vulnerable to crippling nursing shortages once our economy regains strength. Given the aging of the baby boomers and the expected retirement of a large segment of the nursing population, steps must be taken to ensure that the supply of nurses is strengthened before the crisis emerges. Because if we don't do anything, definitely there will be a crisis. It's actually coming, but we need to take decisive actions before it becomes too late. So we need to maintain a viable nursing workforce, but then this will be impossible without consistent or continuing financial support for educational programs that will prepare the nurses. We know that the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria is making significant efforts to ensure the quality of nursing education through rigorous accreditation exercises, and then also making effort to see that there are new, there's increase in the admission quota of many schools. We know schools are also making strategies, to allow them to increase the number of admissions and address the nursing shortage. However, some of these programs are expensive, making it extremely difficult, if not impossible, for the children of a common man to attend these schools. I know even in public universities that we think are cheap, I know people are finding it extremely difficult to sustain themselves through school. So we can see how it is important for us to see it as a call for, as a responsibility to help these students and to help them to remain in school and also to graduate, excellently. And eventually, at the end of the day, these are the people that will continue with our legacy when we have moved into other aspects of our nursing leadership. I'm sure you all understand what I mean. School fees are on the increase, but the minimum wage back in Nigeria remains the same. This creates a huge disparity in our nursing educational system and calls for urgent attention. Even when the Nigerian economy was better, some of us struggled with the help of our financially constrained parents to pay our school fees through nursing school. We engaged in a plethora of side hustles to push through. Now that the economy is even shrinking, it's even worse, we need a collaborative effort from all stakeholders to support individuals who see nursing as their calling. A call to invest. We should see the call to invest in nursing as a priority, each and every one of us, and not just left to Nurse Olayinka Aremu. Our generation and the older generation should reconfigure our perspectives of what it means to invest in nurses. Everyone should grow the desire to grow something, to give something, be it time, energy, resources, or even intellectual expertise. Investing does not always involve money, but money is essential. If you have a book you give to a nursing student, that will go a long way to strengthen that person's passion for nursing. If you are financially equipped, sow a seed in the life of a nursing student. If you have some time, mentor a nursing student. If you have the opportunity, extend some connections to a nursing student. If you have the means, sponsor a nursing student to conferences and workshop. If you have the the fund, you can actually donate equipment and buildings for training of nurses, and this is one area we are lacking seriously. I was opportune to be in the Philippines. I visited so many nursing schools, and you see them with so many equipment. Philippines is also a third world country like Nigeria, but they have so many equipment in their schools. Now, when I asked further, most of these equipment were donated by nurses, by alumni, by people, by leaders, or people who are motivated, who are motivated to invest in nursing. So we need to also have this mindset to invest in our nation, to invest in the lives of the nursing workforce, so that it continues, because nursing has become our identity, if we like it or not. Anywhere I go, nursing has been engraved on my forehead. So I live nursing, I drink nursing, I live nursing. So this is what we should reconfigure our mindset to be, so that anything we do has to be to sustain that identity through investing in the lives of people who are coming behind us. It is important for me, even now, to invest my resources, my expertise, and experiences in a new generation of nurses that will be caring for an ever-growing population of patients with ever-growing needs. I've had the pleasure of teaching many students in the past 13 years, either in the classroom or in the clinical setting. One student actually comes to my mind with a difference. When I think about her, I see the genuine desire to become a nurse. With so much family pressure to complete her degree and some financial challenges that threatened to derail her first semester of nursing school, that student really showed me a determination, not only to be a nurse, but to be an excellent one. I saw the drive in her eyes and in her effort to understand, apply the information learned from the lectures, and perform the learned skills effectively and safely. That student attended all review session, tutorials, and advising meetings. While I was investing in her future, her actions showed me that her dedication to investing in her own future was real. There are many nurses like that. There are many students like that in our nursing institutions that need stakeholders to help them, to give them the shoulders to lean on and the platform for them to fly. Now, it's a mandate that investing in our future becomes a personal mandate for us, because we want to ensure that quality and dedicated and compassionate providers are represented on the front line of healthcare. Additionally, we want to see our future colleagues lend their expertise and talent at the forefront, at the bedside, or all other clinical areas where they represent nursing. And if they choose to pursue advanced degrees, we want them to succeed in those areas. So all investment hours spent providing feedback, all advising, contribute to short-term and long-term student growth. Knowing that they will continue to transform patient care from the bedside to all advanced roles is what makes a nursing leader to be proud. And this is why this program is designed to call our attention to the need to sustain the workforce. Otherwise, it might go into extinction if you're not careful. In closing, the nursing and nursing students, I also implore you all to always remember those who embraced you and your journey during your time as students. When you become nurses, remember to give back to those who will care for the patient, who will change policies, and those who advocate for healthcare. All of us should be mindful of the immense responsibility of preparing students to enter our illustrious profession with the knowledge, skill sets, and confidence needed to make a difference in this field for years to come. The time to invest is now, and we all will be expecting a wonderful result. Thank you so much for giving me the time.
Thank you so much, sir, for that wonderful, wonderful speech. Thank you so much. I don't know if you learned something. I learned something. The Dr. Chinozo, Professor Chinozo was saying that that grooming, that investment or investing does not only mean, it's not only monetary. That investment is also when you give people the opportunity to be mentored, to be groomed. Thank you so much. That's an amazing speech. Thank you. So next up, we would be having our next speaker now to quickly come up within the allocated time frame as well. Yeah, so no other person than Dr. Sonny Abdurrahmani, who is speaking about the Future Nursing Scholarship Program. Dr. Sonny Abdurrahman is the Director of Scholarship Board, FNLP. Please join me as we make welcome Dr. Sonny Abdurrahman. Thank you very much. You hear the mic?
I'll just check if he's here. I haven't seen him in the group. Dr. Sonny, are you here? You might be having challenges coming in. So I think I can step in for him. He's supposed to talk about the scholarship. So basically, can everybody hear me? I just want to really appreciate our keynote speaker there. Yes, Professor Chinonso, you were so right on point. Thank you so much for sharing value and helping us see the importance of investing in nurses. So it's not as if some people have too much money to spare. It's just out of passion and out of commitment. So I think if we all see the need to support nurses and sponsor nurses as personal, then we will do what we can do, even if it is all about helping to seek for the fund. If you don't have the fund, then be there to, be the channel or the mouthpiece, so that we can get to the peak. So I'm going to be talking about the scholarship. So first of all, if you're here, if you haven't visited our website, you can go and visit our website. It's ncosconsulting.ie, and you can go under the projects. You will see the Future Nursing Leadership Program. And like I said earlier during the opening remark, the Future Nursing Program has 4 tiers or 4 categories: the Future Nursing Scholarship, the Future Nursing Professional Development Programs, the Future Nursing Clinical Graduate Fellowship, and the Future Nursing Innovation Awards. So for the Future Nursing Scholarship, which is our focus for today, is a nurse-led, and what we aim to do, I've already mentioned that we want to sustain and retain nurses. So who are the scholarship open to? I've gotten some messages and some people asking, why is it that there's no School of Nursing students in any of the cohorts? So scholarship are open to Nigerian nurses and midwives who are seeking to advance their professional career from, even from year 1. So we have entry level, we have the student level, and we have the working level. So if you are a student nurse, you are also qualified to apply, you're eligible to apply. But just so we know that there are so many processes to go through, for the application. So everyone, if you are a nurse, once you have an admission, even from year 1, if you're a new nurse, maybe you're just going into year 1, you are eligible to apply for the scholarship. Either you're in the School of Nursing, School of Midwifery, or you are in the university, you are eligible to apply. So the scholarship has provided funding for 6 students last year, 100,000 each, and that's our aim. We hope to also step a little bit further. But just to quickly say that due to challenges with funding this year, we had to do a general review, and because we want to actually reach out to more people, we have to bring it down to 50,000 flat fee for all our awardees, both returning and the new ones. But we hope that the coming year we'll be able to go back to our original plan of 100K or more. So if you're a new nurse, you must be resident in Nigeria, permanent residence in Nigeria. You must be 18 years and above. We are looking for the new nurse category, looking for nurses who have distinctions in minimum of 3 O-level courses. So details, because of our time, details of this is actually on the website if we can go through. So you must be admitted into full-time studying towards registration for the new nurse, and so many other categories that you must agree to remain in the country resident for minimum of 2 years post-graduation or award expiration. And you must agree to work as a registered nurse in an approved healthcare facility in Nigeria with the support of the program board for a minimum of 2 years post-graduation or award expiration. So for the existing nursing students as well, almost the same category apply. Either you must be admitted in an accredited government or a university or school or college of nursing. And you must be in full-time studying towards registration as a nurse. Okay, and for the staff nurses enrolled in postgraduate study, because we also support postgraduate education as well. So we want people to have that resources to do a specialty course or to do a postgraduate course. So again, you must be permanent residents of Nigeria, like I said. And the other thing clause, they currently work as a licensed nurse in any health affiliated facility with minimum of 2 years work experience. So that is, so even if you are doing your post-basic, you are eligible to apply for the scholarship. And you must be admitted into full-time or part-time. So full-time or part-time, you are still eligible to apply as a staff nurse. So like I said, we have those categories. So basically there are different processes. So we, like the last one, we had over 800, close to 900 applicants. But of course, we wish we can take as many as possible, but funding won't, it's a major challenge. The first phase of the application process was, we had to review all the application. There were criteria in the application that were very, very mandatory. So for people that didn't pay attention to those criteria, automatically, they were not shortlisted, you understand? For instance, I don't have to go into that. So there were specific questions that were asked, and if it's a yes or no answer, if it's a yes, you're in. So that was a major kind of sieving process for us. So at the end of the first process, we arrived at about 25 candidates out of, it was a very, very serious, it took us months, dedicated effort of the board of directors spending their time. We had to divide ourselves into weeks and reviewing each of the application one after the other. So at the end of the day, we actually wanted to take all the 25, but again, like I said, funding. So we came down to 10. We set up interviews. So each 25 candidates were invited for the interview, which was a virtual interview as well, about 10 minutes each for each of the candidates. And yes, and they were scored, and we arrived at 10 candidates. So that is basically about the scholarship. So just to encourage people, students who, if you are in School of Nursing, you should, there's a proper way. We actually also did some information section on how to apply to help you to support in your application so that your application can stand out. It's a very competitive application. So apologies to any School of Nursing or midwifery candidates who were not shortlisted. Eventually, just try harder the next time. So thank you so much, and I congratulate again all the awardees of today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Nurse Alain Karimo. Thank you so much for that. Without any further ado, I think we can move on to the next agenda, which is, thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. All right, which is inviting our, which is inviting Dr. Uman Farouk Abubakar, the Director of Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, ably represented by Prince Olani A. Filade. Please make welcome our Director, Dr. Uman Farouk Abubakar. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Victor, and nurse coach, as popularly called, Olayin Karem. You are doing very well, fantastic job. And let me also acknowledge the efforts of Professor Chinonso Muzichi. The NAM president is and quite a number of other nurse leaders from the country. I can see a whole number of nursing leaders here in Nigeria. Professor Fatai is there, and quite a number of Dr. Olokere and Professor Olokere and a number of other people. Amolani Ifilade, Unfortunately, the registrar have been trying to reach out to him. I'm sure we are all in the festive period at this moment. So for one reason or the other, he's not able to attend. But nevertheless, I want to let you know that he's committed to nursing growth in Nigeria, development of nursing. For some of us who are in Nigeria, you will acknowledge the fact that the registrar has been up and doing everything to see how we can train more people, how we can make nursing profession more attractive to and more impactful to meet the need of the Nigerian nursing needs. And as much as possible, you can attest to the fact that the government is also making effort to see how some of the needs of the populace being met by granting approval to new schools and also seeing how we can increase the quota of the existing schools. All is an effort to see how we can meet up with the critical shortages that we have in the country as much as possible. Just like the earlier speaker have said, it is not a one-man thing. It is a collective effort of everyone. So everyone effort is needed. You contribute your quota, you contribute mine. And in doing this, you find that there will be growth. The profession will be growing, and as much as possible, until it gets to the desired destination, what we all dream of. All we can say is that we are making progress in Nigeria, but we may not be where we actually wanted. We are dreaming of, but all I can say is that we are moving, and with visionary leaders that we have in place, we strongly believe that we'll get to the right destination. So I can say, wish you a very wonderful and successful experience. And to all the winners, the scholars, it's a thing of joy to celebrate with you. And I wish you a very wonderful experience and an impactful experience even as you receive your award today. Thank you very much.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prince Olani Ifilade. Thank you very much for that wonderful, wonderful speech. Next up now is inviting Dr. Olowokere. I'm trying to check if he's on board.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, hello, ma'am. I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm on.
Oh, okay, okay, good, good. Thank you, thank you. I'm inviting Dr. Olowokere. Next up, can you please join me as we make welcome Dr. Olowokere?
Thank you. Thank
You're
you
welcome,
very
ma'am.
much. Thank you so, so very much. I really want to appreciate the organizer of this program for the great job that they are doing. Let me start first by appreciating everyone for making this program, especially the representative of Nursing Administrative Council of Nigeria. Just like he said, I used to call him Oga at the top, and he himself is doing well in Nursing Council and very responsive. And we also want to appreciate the registrar for what he's doing and every other person on this platform for your contribution to nursing in Nigeria. We quite appreciate it. I also thank the keynote speaker, Professor Namso. I think this is the second time we are meeting this year. Thank you for that brilliant presentation. God bless you. So I want to thank Olayinka for starting this program. Honestly, let me say this. Olayinka has been showing this passion right from our undergraduate days. She's very energetic. She has interest in developing nursing. Even as a young undergraduate, you will see the passion in her. That passion is there She's part of the student body, and she's always looking forward to improve the teaching process between lecturer and the students in Obafemi Awolowo University back then in an undergraduate days. And when she was doing her postgraduate program too, you discovered that Olayinka has that passion. That passion. It's really very rare. She wants to contribute to nursing profession. She really wants to contribute her quota, and in a very unique way. I want to appreciate you for your investment in nursing, most especially in this country. We've seen a lot of nurses in diaspora that are not even looking back. Even in OAU, we are doing a lot of work through our alumni relation unit. And I want to say that Olayinka has been contributing significantly to the development of Department of Nursing Science of Obafemi Awolowo University in Nigeria. So I want to really give her kudos for this great work that she's doing. And even to that particular association and the program in particular for investing in nursing, the future of nursing. I please you are doing well. I can really relate with what Olayinka is doing and her team, because as a young undergraduate, I remember very well that it was really difficult for me to go through school. It was pretty difficult. You have to pay school fees, you have to do 3 professional examinations, and some other things that you really have to pay for. It's pretty difficult. And I know that nursing students are going through a lot when it comes to the nursing education in Nigeria. It's very expensive, but we want to really appreciate this group for such initiative to support our young nurses that are coming on board. And I hope that these young nurses will also reciprocate by fulfilling their promises. We have criteria for getting the scholarship. You have to stay back at least for 2 years post-education to be able to contribute back into your society. I wish they will abide by their promises and they will stay back, because this country, I was telling a friend of mine that it's like we are training nurses for other countries. While we are in their need of nurses to work in our health centers, most especially at the rural areas and on the served areas. We need people, we need nurses, but yet most of our nurses are just leaving the country for greener pastures. I pray that this group of nurses will actually fulfill their promises, and I will come back to they will invest back into the society. And also for all of us that are on board, I am praying that we will all also try to support this organization to continue to do what they are doing, so that our nurses, they can continue to encourage those people who have interest in studying nursing, but economically they are not capable. They can give them the support to be able to stay in nursing, to study nursing, and then to also care for the community. It's our community, and we need to also develop Nigeria, because we do not have any other country to go to. And that is why all of us should learn from this organization that we need to pay back into this country, because this is our own country.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, can you hear me? Hello. I think we cannot hear you. No?
Okay. She's back.
Okay. Oh.
I think, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Yes.
So once again, I want to appreciate you all. Please. keep on doing this great job. Keep on doing according people who also help us and help you to fulfill your dream of supporting young nurses in Nigeria. Thank you so much. I appreciate what you're doing. Please continue to do it. And I pray that by next year, you'll be able to do more than this because there will be more funding by the grace of God and more people will be aware about this program. And I think what we need to do also to increase funding for this program is to increase awareness. I'm not sure about how much people are really aware about this program, most especially in the nursing communities. So I think that the leader of this team should try to create awareness about the program in our nursing platform so that interested people could also provide support for the organization. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Matt. That was really, really awesome. That was awesome. Thank you so much for that speech, Dr. Olokere. Thank you very much. Next up, I would like to invite Nurse Khadija Musa to take over. But before then, can we quickly, please, leveraging on what she mentioned earlier as well, that various nursing communities are not aware of what is going on, and I think we can do our bit by ensuring that they are reached out to. Can you please follow us on Twitter? Just post and tag Future Nurse Scholar, hashtag Invest in Nurses, hashtag Nurse Coach Ola. Thank you very much if you do that. And if you can update it on your various social media handle and profile status, WhatsApp, and social media, that would be really, really, really beneficial and great. So next up, I'll be calling us Khadijat Musa. Khadijat Musa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Great, 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 great. Nurse Khadija Musa is our secretary here at FNL. Thank you so much. I yield the mic.
I just want to be double sure it's me. Is there that there's no other Khadija Musa?
Oh, do we have two Khadija Musa now?
Yeah,
I think there are two.
we have two now. We are blessed.
One is a professor, the other is a student.
Is a student.
Oh, pardon me,
so
ma'am.
sorry. Yeah, I thought it was. I even got confused myself. Okay, I think Khadija is not here. The secretary is not here. So, Victor, you can continue. Sorry about that. I think, where is Victor?
So, do you want me?
No, we were supposed to hand over. Khadija, our secretary, was supposed to continue the moderation. So, I think we just go next to the next speaker. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. We appreciate you. Can I call in now the NAM? Okay. You're going on and off.
Yeah, so sorry about that. I was just trying to check if Nurse Khadija is in, but I think she's not in. Yeah, so can we have please can we make welcome the NAM chairman?
Yes, please. Thank you.
NAM president, not
the NAM president. Okay.
Yes, the national president. So it's at the state level we have chairman. So it's at the national level we have the president, the national president.
That's right. That's right. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate that correction. So can we please make welcome the NAM president? Thank you very much.
Okay. Comrade Michael, thank you, sir. You're welcome. Thank you so much. You can unmute yourself. You need to unmute yourself, sir. Let me ask you to unmute too.
I've asked you to unmute, sir.
Yeah.
You're welcome, sir. We can hear you, sir.
All right. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Honestly, I'm excited to be part of this very important program. And I have carefully listened to the comments by the moderator, Victor, by Dr. Lainka Aremu, the resource persons, Dr. Chinonso, Victor, Prince Philade, and others in the group. I want to say that I'm excited to be part of this program this evening. And actually, it's because of the passion I have for the nursing profession, and in particular, nursing education. The reason is that I believe strongly that without knowledge, you cannot do anything. And I also discovered that the difference between you or any other person as a professional is that knowledge. It's either superficial or there is an in-depth knowledge. And with the knowledge, you'll be able to break a hard if it is rock. With knowledge, you know how to break. The initiation of this scholarship program, I want to most sincerely thank the initiators who thought it wise that the student nurses should be encouraged. I think it's a noble one. It's a noble initiative. It is something all of us need to support, not necessarily whether you are in education or not. But I know for those of us in core education as area of specialization, we have a lot of work to do to encourage others to be part and parcel of any area that has to do with research and the search for new knowledge, so that new body of knowledge can be added to the existing one. And it is only through that I will be able to move ahead. Now, I equally want to extend my greetings to the keynote speaker. He spoke very well. Other resource persons, those who have presented are yet to present. I think I've gained a lot by listening and being part of this very important program. And I want to encourage all of us as much as possible to see this as an area that we need to selflessly commit ourselves. The reason is that I discovered over the years, I'm a nurse educator, but I discovered over the years that sometimes when you have a personal interview with the students, some of them will tell you, my uncle, my aunt, this and that told me to go into nursing, that it is easier to get job overseas. And I begin to wonder whether the passion is there, or because somebody has told you to go, that you are likely to have a job outside there. So if, as an individual, we are genuinely committed to growing, developing, investing in the nurses, I think it will be a good one. I don't know anybody, a politician, an educator, a teacher, or any leader you can think of within or outside that will not pass through the hand of the nurse at a time he has impaired health. So looking at the strategic place the nurse occupies, you see that the nurses have a lot to do. But unfortunately, in our society and country, the role of the nurses has been given less attention, not because it is not important, but an attempt to submerge the relevance of the profession. And this is the reason why all of us should stand on our ground to see that whatever that has to do with advancing the frontiers of the profession is sustained and maintained always. And we need to invest in education in any form to ensure that new areas are broken, so that there will be a lot of breakthroughs and innovations in the system. Coming to encouraging or supporting the young ones, everybody here will realize that there is no form of education that is very cheap, especially now. Therefore, regarding the fact that ignorance is the worst disease and it is better to engage in education, We should not consider anything as so difficult or too much to invest. Any encouragement we can give to an individual that has chosen to be a nurse, we should deliberately do that. For me, I have my personal passion and interest on those who are actually committed to deliver and then impact positively in the healthcare. So to sum it up, all the contributions here, I want to assure all of us that it's a noble venture, it's a noble initiative, which even as a person and in my position, I will support. I will therefore assure you the support of the initiative so that we can encourage as much as possible. So that when we leave, those of us to be able to encourage those that are coming in. Let us not look at when we came in, we were not encouraged. Let's encourage others. Let us not allow others to suffer because we suffered. This is what I need to, the area I need to emphasize and assure us that we will continue to sustain the project. For Prince Philade, is a young man that has passion for nursing education. And if there is anything that has put two of us together, I think it's the desire to seek knowledge. And I always see him as an interest person to work with. He doesn't joke with his work. He's so committed, and he has never failed in any assignment given to him. So most often, he gives me the kind of backing because anytime I call him, he will answer. And anytime he draws my attention, I will not disappoint him. So I'm asking that all of us should collectively put our hands together to see that this project is sustained. Most importantly, before I drop, there is need for actually more publicity. The letters should be circulated through the schools of nursing, from the nursing department, the universities, and the colleges, and all areas of nursing. The information should be given so that people will become more aware, so that they themselves will become more interested. I want to say that for the association now to promote education, we started encouraging people to specialize in nursing. We did that to increase at least the workforce that was there in nursing. We assisted those in first degree, assisted those in a second degree. Today, we are concerned with those doing their PhD. And we have actually criteria to select. So I quite support this program personally and officially. So I want to congratulate the beneficiaries. I want to congratulate the initiators and congratulate and appreciate all those who have considered it necessary to be part and parcel of this, either as resource persons, moderators, or key players in the system. So once again, I thank all of us and congratulate all of us for this noble venture. Thank you so much.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
That was so wonderful. Thank you so much for that speech, comrade Michael Nachi. You know, one thing that he said that struck me is that knowledge can either be superficial or in-depth, and that's very deep. That's very deep. Thank you so much for your words and for sharing, sir. So next up, we are having a very, very important occasion, which is the introduction of the first cohort of the awardees, the 6 of them. If you are currently in this meeting, can you turn on your videos? The first cohort of awardees. If you're currently here, can you turn on your videos? And while the lecture was on, I could see okay, thank you, Mr. Lion Karen.
Yeah.
I could see the right honorable speaker come in. Ms. Fowley, you're welcome.
So, and we also have here, just introduction. We also have here Dr. Babatunde Bolaji from the US. So thank you so much for joining us. He's one of our directors and director Diaspora Liaison. So thank you for all your support. So thank you.
All right, all right. So do we have this awardees currently present? If you are here, can you please use the mic? Or do we have a screen sharing? Okay, good, good, good.
So I think first of all, we have the first our graduate future nurse scholar, who is she's part of the cohort 1. Do we have her to come up on video? Akomolede Oluwatosin Esther. Congratulations. She's now a graduate and she was part of the cohort 1 and she has something to say. Is she here now?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I can't see.
Okay.
Mr. Akomolede, are you there?
Oluwatosin. Okay, I will read out what she sent via email. I think I can get that quickly while we have on the screen here. I hope we can see our beautiful nurse caller. So she sent an email this morning. Good day, sir and ma. I hope this email finds you well. I would like to share my experience as a future nurse scholar in the course of this mail. I applied for this scholarship sometime last year while I was in my final year in University of Ibadan. I was glad to be among the awardees, seeing the number of students that applied. This motivated me to put in my best to the cause I stated the scholarship would be useful. During the application process, I stated that I will use the fund gotten from the scholarship for my midwifery professional exam. I was already a registered nurse, so I put in my best in the examination. And when the results came, I did not only get credit in the 3 papers, but also got an award from Nautic Council as the overall 3rd best student that wrote the exam in March 2023. I ascribe this success to God and also to the Future Nursing Leadership Program for the financial support I received. So today I'm here as the first graduate nurse scholar of the Future Nursing Leadership Program, a first-class graduate of the University of Ibadan, and the best graduating student of Nursing Department, University of Ibadan, class of 2023. I would also like to congratulate every other awardee and also admonish that the scholarship should be used for good cause. Long live FNLP, long live nursing profession, long live Nigeria. Nurse Akomolede Oluwatosin. That's my elegance.
That's really, really massive. Thank you so much for reading that, Aremu. Congratulations once again to Nurse Akomolede Oluwatosin Esther. All right, all right. Next up is the testimonies from the first cohort. Yes, if we can have them, testimonies from the first cohort. Cohort 1, Abubakar Muhammad. Yeah.
If they are on, they should just use the raise hand button so we know they are here.
Yes, please, if you're on, can you please signify? If you're on,
No,
can you please
I think we
signify?
just keep through. Who is
All right,
I
then
just want
next.
to run through. So we have Adekola Grace Modupe Oluwa as well. Congratulations. And just to quickly say that the first cohort didn't just automatically qualify for the second, to the second phase. They had to go through the academic record as well to be sure that they are maintaining good academic standing in their school. They had to submit recommendations from their departments, share their last exam results, and we went through that to be sure that they still have good academic standing. So the same thing applies to the new cohort. So that is one of the yardstick for renewing the scholarship, just to add up there. And we also had Jibodu Shikeoluwa, who is a 5th-year nursing student. Okay, so I think I already gone through there. So I think we can go to the next thing now before we introduce the next cohort.
All right. Thank you very much, Nosari Molayinka. Thank you for that. Next up, we have the before the presentation as well from the awardees, we have the guest speaker presentation and goodwill message.
Sorry, can I just come in quickly to present the award, the award, the certificate award to Oluwatosin Akomodede before
That's right,
we go and then.
Yes.
So congratulations, Oluwatosin, on your recent undergraduate nursing graduation and being a recipient of the Future Nursing Scholarship Award 2022-2023 of NCO Healthcare Consulting. Congratulations. This award will be sent to your email. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Next up is inviting our guest speaker presentation and goodwill message by a revered mentor, Dr. Damilare Akingbade, who will be speaking on FNLP Graduate Fellowship. Anytime Dr. Damilare speaks, I am I know there's something that happens really, and it talks about the passion, the genuineness to see the growth, to see the improvement in nursing profession is such. Is he absent? Oh, okay.
Oh, he's actually here. He's here.
Oh, is he?
Okay.
All right, good. So next up, I'll be inviting Dr. Damilare Akingbade.
Okay. All right. I think he's not in. Somebody just typing him, so I thought he was the one that was in. I'll just quickly, Dr. Damilare is unavoidably absent due to some emergency issues that she's handling. Sent me just quickly to talk about the next phase of the Future Nursing Leadership Program, which is the Clinical Graduate Fellowship. So, for instance, we have a graduate. So the next phase is to enroll the graduates into the Future Nursing Leadership, Future Nursing Graduate Fellowship Program. So by saying that, we are hoping to develop this program in partnership with existing healthcare organizations. So more like an internship, but it's going to be a 6-month paid graduate fellowship for specific specialty. So we know internship is general, like anybody can be posted to anywhere as intern. But what makes the graduate fellowship difference is that the scholar will be attached to area of his or her own, interest. For instance, we have partnered with the Institute of Nursing Research, of which Dr. Damilare is the CEO. So for scholars that have keen interest in research, they'll be able to take up that 6-month graduate fellowship with, the Institute of Nursing Research, and they'll be able to improve their research skill. So we're looking forward to partnering with other nursing or healthcare organizations as well, so that our graduates will be able to enroll in the program. So the payments or the reimbursement will be coming from the FNLP through the healthcare institution to the candidate. So I think that's just the brief thing about the Future Nursing Scholarship. For more details, we'll find that on the website. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Nurse Aremu. You stepped into a lot of shoes today. All right, thank you very much for doing that. So just before Nurse Shemilori Olaoye comes in and take over the moderation, if there was one thing you would like to change in nursing, whether in Nigeria or in the world, what would it be? Can you please type that in the chat box? If there was one thing you would like to change in nursing, what would it be? What would it be? Quickly, as we just do that within 1 minute. If there was one thing you're working on changing, or one thing you were so passionate about in nursing, what would it be, or what is it? Thank you so much as you drop that. I've not seen any chats. All right, so next up, I'll be inviting us. Thank you. Inadequate training materials. Thank you. Nokibat Bolarewa. I will be, as we expect other replies and responses from everyone currently in the meeting. Please make welcome Nos Shemilori Olaoye. Thank you very much. Shemilori, are you there? Kwakre Nasem, thank you. Are you there, Nos Olaoye? All right, while we'll await adjoining, can we continue, please? Master structures and roles, thank you, very beautiful. So we are moving into the award of recognition for past board of directors. I think I must just say this. I don't know what the driving force for NOS RMO, for NOS RMO. I don't know what that driving force is, but whatever it is, I believe it's a big vision that requires a lot of hands, a lot of people who are genuinely interested in the growth and development of nurses in all ramification. So if you are here, you are in the best place, believe me. Award recognition for past board of directors. If we quickly do that,
I think we can continue to have the good message. We still have some of our guests here before the award recognition.
All right. So next up, then, can we have Nos Adesua Oni? Is she on, please? Nos Adesua Oni. Let me confirm if she's on before I do the introduction, please. Nos Adesua, are you on?
I think we can have Dr. Bolaji. He's been here for a while.
Hello.
Oh, okay.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Okay, Alice right there.
Hello, good evening. So this was
good evening, everyone. I am kind of under the weather. I just said I have to be here because Nurse Coach Ola is big in my hand. I really want to appreciate everyone for this beautiful award ceremony. I want to appreciate Nurse Ola Yinka for this powerful put together. And I want to say, when we actually started out, and when I onboarded as a director, my first question was, wow, how are we going to sustain this? Because a lot of people come on board Stepped Up Nurse Academy. I see student nurses that actually have these needs, right? There are lots of them that come on board to make requests and express how much need they have for sustainability, right? How much need they have to cost to survive the next day, to survive the next month, to survive the next year. It's actually mind-boggling. Really, we've had people that have come up to support such students, but you know, when you have a cycle of consistent needs, then you are kind of drained. Like, when will this end? There are lots of Nigerian students that actually need this. So I want to say a big thank you for this initiative. It's a massive one. It's a powerful one. If you're online, I want you to do a clap. I think there are stickers for clapping on Zoom now. There are lots of stickers for clapping. And I want to say a big thank you to everyone that decided to be a part of this award ceremony. All our guest speakers, our keynote speakers. Was very awesome meeting all of you. Somebody reached out to me on LinkedIn today, Professor Nomso. He reached out to me and I was like, wow, this is really beautiful. It's an honor to be a part of this, and I don't take this for granted. Everyone that has decided to be a part of this ceremony too, we actually value you. I believe that God is taking us a long distance. God is taking us far. And Nosola Inka, I know you will not be tired. I know there are days that you'll be like, these people are draining me. I know what it feels like. So yes, I can see the claps. Thank you so much, everyone. So I want to say thank you for putting this initiative together to be of help to so many people at once. Yes, the process was a rigorous one, and yes, they would have to go through the process and give back, right? To give back to their society. But the major encouragement is the fact that they don't have an extra burden. They don't have this extra mental burden to deal with, because trust me, if everything about you is perfect and finances is always the trouble, then you would know that sometimes you won't be able to function if you constantly have those issues to deal with. If you constantly have financial issues to deal with. So this scholarship award is a good one, and I want to say congratulations to every awardee here tonight. I want to say thank you to everyone that has become a partner to sponsor this event and make this a massive one. I want to say a big thank you. Big thank you to everyone, known and unknown. I know that God knows you where you are, where you decided to give out of your blessedness, yes, your substance. You decided to give and be of help to people out there. Yes, I believe that wherever this support is coming from, there will be loads and loads and multiples of refinancing from God Almighty. And I want to give a charge to the students that are here. I think I have 30 seconds to go, right? I want to give a charge to the awardees and everyone that's been opportuned to be a part of this. I want you to bear it in mind that you are supported to support others, right? You should be a shoulder for others to also cry on. Don't be an island. Don't be like, oh, I've been helped. Then the very next minute you forget everything. It's crazy how some people can actually quickly forget, and they forget that when you have been mentored, you should be able to mentor other people. When you've been supported, you should be able to support other people. When you've been assisted, you should be able to assist other nurses, because trust me, year after year, nurses will keep coming up, right? Nurses will keep graduating from nursing school, needing support, emotional support, mental support, financial support, spiritual support, right? All kinds of support. The question is, will you be there, right? Or will you be missing in action? Thank you so much, everyone, for having me. Thank you. God bless everyone.
And just
Thank
before
you,
Nurse Adesua, thank you so much for spending your time. Nurse Adesua, she's the Director of Nursing Education in the FNLP. She took up that, that role, huge role. So thank you. And she'll be sharing a lot of educational programs and, initiatives that we have, right, with the scholars very soon. And keep an eye on our website as well. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much, Nosonia Adesua. Next up is having one of our guest speakers now, the person of, he's the Director, Diaspora Liaison Officer of the FNLP, no other person than Dr. Bolaji Babatunde. Please make welcome Dr. Bolaji Babatunde. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world.
Permit me to do this introduction. No, I have to do this introduction. So Bolaji is a very, very strong stakeholder. Honestly, let me put it that way. Without God, we say something like without God, something cannot happen. But I want to say, apart from God, without Dr. Bolaji, there won't be FNLP scholarship. I make bold to say that even though he wanted to be anonymous, but I'm bringing it, to the forefront now. Dr. Bolaji has been the main, I would say, one of the main sponsors of the FNL, scholarship awards. I want us to please, right now, through the chat, or even unmute your mic and say, thank you, sir. I know he has something to say. Please unmute your mic. Or
Thank you,
say
Dr.
one
Bolaji.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Thank you so very
You're
much.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
Always
you very
welcome
I
much.
know
us
he will
To God.
kill me for this.
in Nigeria. Thank you, sir. From
I know he
everybody
will.
to nursing, OAU. Thank you very
Yes.
much for all your contributions to nursing in Ife, everywhere, and for supporting these alumnus of Great
Thank you,
Ife.
sir. Thank you,
God
sir.
bless you,
Thank
sir.
you to God.
God bless
Thank
you.
you to
you,
God.
sir, Dr. Bolaji.
I know you
Thank you
can,
to God,
you can
sir.
kill me
Thank you to
later.
God.
And I want to say something. I think last year, this is a testament. I think he had a medical issue. Dr. Bolaji was actually sick, but he reached out to me while he was on the sick bed because he saw my test and he could not say. He actually, while on the sick bed, he responded to me and said, I still have FNS in my mind. I'm still thinking about you. That was, honestly, it was enough for me even when I wanted to give up on this. I was like, no, there's somebody that believes so much in this vision. I will not let him down. So thank you so much for all your contribution, for the support. And Dr. Balaji is right there in the US. As you can see, he's in California. He's a veteran nurse. I don't want, if I go to the website and read more about his profile. But welcome, sir. It's so lovely and amazing to have you here. Thank you.
No, it's my pleasure. Yeah, good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody, wherever you are. Honestly, I don't really have much to say. I'm a man of few words. Apparently, I want to thank all the guest speakers, the main speakers, and all those who have spoken ahead of me. They've actually said it all. And it's just really nothing much to do. They've actually hit the nail on the head. And I concur with all they said. And the only thing I can say is to encourage the awardee that to make the best use of the time that they have, the resources they received, put the best use into put into best use and come out as one of the best students, scholars, and so such that like we like Ms. Alenka said, we are growing up, we are living. You guys are the future, and you all know that. Even though Professor, I think Abdul, if I can't recollect the name, said it about the fact that the life of patients in the hand of the nurses, the life and we can actually say life and death is at the hand of nurses, even though they get relegated to the background most of the time. I just want to encourage you to make it be the best use of it, and I can assure you that this vision will not die down, and this is the beginning, and the next one, by God's grace, keeping us alive, it will be more robust and broadened to accommodate those who have left behind. It's kind of painful to hear that people are left behind in this current one, but I can assure you the next one, by the grace of God, we'll do all we can. And I also want to echo what other people have said in terms of also broadening the invitation and the awareness so that many organizations can come on board and invest in this legacy. And I can tell you that if we continue this pathway and we can create more awareness in all the social media handles, in all the schools, universities, and all that matters most, and also at the political, those from the political and for political affairs of Nigeria, I can assure you that we can do more. This little seed is a seed like a monster seed, has potential to grow into a bigger, unimaginable tree. And I want to say, God bless you. Keep it up, and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for that. Thank you very much. We appreciate. Thank you very much. And just like what Nurse Aremu had said earlier, which I also believe that most blessings from God are through men to men. Thank you so much, sir. So next up, we would be calling our next speaker. Sorry, mistakenly, maybe we have two of them, two names the other time. But now we are calling her, and her name is no other person than the Associate Professor and Pioneer Dean of Faculty of Nursing and Allied Health Sciences, University of Abuja. Please make welcome Khadijat Toyin Musa, PhD, FWAP, CNM. You're welcome, ma. You're welcome. We are glad to have you, ma. You're welcome. I yield the mic. Are you there, ma? Hello?
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma.
Thank you very much, the convener. I want to first of all recognize all the nurse leaders here present. I can see Professor Badru, who is my mentor, a distinguished professor, and a very senior colleague. He's also the chief editor of the West African Postgraduate College of Nurses and Midwives Journal. I recognize sincerely the presence of the keynote speaker, Professor Chinomzo. I'm sorry I missed your keynote speak. Today was our Senate meeting and I needed to also be in attendance. So we didn't finish on time, so I had to join it. I'm sure you are going to share the brief of the keynote so we can read it. I can have the opportunity to read. I want to thank every other person here present. Dr. Loro Kiri has spoken. I don't know if she's still on board. HOD, Nursing Department, Obafemi Awolowo University. Any other HODs on board? Distinguished Registrar and CEO, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria, ably represented. Every other person duly recognized. And I want to now sincerely thank the convener and our colleagues for inviting me to be part of the keynote, to be part of the people who will give a good message. Honestly, much have been said. And I will not want to repeat many things that people have said, which of course were part of what I want to say. But specifically, I want to say that Nurse Kochola is a multidimensional nurse. How she does it, I don't know. I think she's the only person that can explain that. She has this energy, and I'm happy she channels these energies into productive things. Myself and Nurse Kochola have partnered in so many projects. She has this passion for older persons. Of course, it's one of my own passionate areas, and we have done a couple of projects in that regard. I just want to congratulate all the awardees and to just advise them that they should also remember nursing profession. I tell people who care to listen to me that if everybody have actually left Nigeria, I do not know who will train Nigerian nurses. I don't know. I really just don't know. So what we are doing is to make sure that we improve nursing in Nigeria. We improve nursing in our own capacity. I am happy that I've been able to also do my own bit by getting the Faculty of Nursing and Allied Sciences, University of Abuja on board. And we are key into the dream of the council. I'm glad that nurse leaders are here, including the association president. I recognize you, sir. I missed that out. All the association presidents and their crew, I recognize you sincerely. One of the things that nursing is pursuing right now is nursing reform. And I'm happy that the convener of this program is also into the same dream. Nursing reform, advancement in nursing education, leadership, administration, et al. And so we all remember that lately, or maybe recently, the council has sent a memo to all schools who have post-basic courses to either affiliate with universities or get the universities to assimilate them. The focus is that enough of certificates. If you gather 100 certificates, it's not equivalent to a degree. And so I'm happy, honestly, that the convener has a vision and is keen to all of this. I'm expecting the collaborative approach in my faculty. We are ready to hit the ground running come early next year. I've discussed this with Mr. Vice Chancellor and he's very happy. He loves anybody who wants to contribute to nursing. And in our own little way, we have keen to the dream of the council. My faculty has a center now, and we are going to hit the ground running. We will publish, everybody will see it, such that all schools who have post-basics that are willing to be affiliated to the Faculty of Nursing of University of Abuja can start postgraduate courses come next year. So I thank you and I congratulate you. Yes, we discussed at the Senate today, and it has had the nod of the Senate. We already have a Center for Health Systems Support and Development, which is the brain of the Faculty of Nursing and Allied Sciences of University of Abuja, and we are going to start running the professional masters. In fact, people have started calling for masters in nursing informatics and the likes. I was with the CEO and registrar, Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria. So it's in the know. So what we are doing is that we are aggressive in advancing nursing career. We don't want our young nurses to suffer what we went through, carrying 10 diplomas and eventually you still go back to the degree and you're still spending 4 years. So I thank you, Ma, for inviting me to be part of this. I congratulate all the people. Please don't think of running out of the country. I think you should also give back to Nigeria, even if you dream to travel. Please give back. I need to say this. Nursing in University of Abuja has been oversubscribed. You need to see those who want to come for nursing in my faculty. And I ask myself, are they genuinely interested in nursing program? Or they want to do nursing and then they run away? So I think we should just have a rethink. As much as we feel that the greener pasture, the greener something is better, I think we should also think about our Nigeria. I tell people, if every one of us have run away, how are we going to do this? So I'm happy that Nurse Kochola is in Ireland and she's thinking about Nigeria. Honestly speaking, I cross my heart for you. I cross my heart for you. I hope you see that. I cross my heart for you. And I applaud you. Maybe I have to just do this so you hear that I'm also clapping for you. So, and I say congratulations and best wishes.
Thank you so much, Ma. Thank you. And honestly, while you are still here with us, I just wanted to also say this, like this program, the essence of us having all our nurse leaders in Nigeria to be invited to give goodwill message and to be part of it is also another way of publicizing or creating awareness for the program. Now, seeking partnership as well. It is easy for somebody in the diaspora, myself, Dr. Bolaji, Nurse Victor, to talk about all this, but we definitely need collaboration with the nurse leaders right in Nigeria to push this through, through policy making, through advocacy, through whatever means, so that we can have, a robust contribution, even from the government and every other nurse leaders, philanthropies to support nursing. Every nurse, either they want to drop now or later, they want to improve in their career. And like I said earlier, that unfortunately, we can't stop people from migrating, but what we should be focusing on, according to the ICN as well, is, investing in the supply, increasing the supply of nurses, just like the demand and supply economics principle. So we need to invest in the supply, and that's start from sponsorship, bringing more nurses into the system. Which is one of the things that we are also going to do in Future Nursing Scholarship, is to start a Future Nursing Future Nurse Initiative to encourage more people to come into nursing. And that also includes sponsoring a number of them as well. We're hoping to start that from next year. So that's not a quick thing, but just so we know that we need to increase the supply in order to meet the demand. So thank you so much, Dr. Khadija, for my professor, I call her professor, for coming in and for always, yielding, saying yes to me anytime. Thank you so much. We haven't met before. I think we met through Facebook, and ever since then, it's been very positive collaborations. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Nurse Victor, over to you.
All right, thank you, Nurse Aremu. So next up is inviting the Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Fawale Israel. But before he comes to talk about the volunteers and funding, I noticed something about our previous speaker. I noticed that she's very, very keen to learning. She's keen to learning. And I think Nurse Aremu too, as well, took that spirit, maybe probably from, I don't know, Nurse Aremu as well is keen to learning. So I think that that's very important for us as nurses to emulate. So going forward, I'd like to call Right Honorable Speaker, Mr. Fawale Israel, the one who said medical imperialism in health sector is his passion to work on, to abolish. So let's see. Please kindly come up, sir, as you speak on the call to action regarding funding. Thank you so much on collaboration. I yield the mic.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Victor. I'm really happy to be here this evening. Good evening, the President, National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives Nigeria, the representative of the Registrar of the
We are looking for your video, sir.
My video, sorry. My video will not be available for now because of the device I'm using.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that.
Trying to pin, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Right. So the representative of the Nursing and Midwifery Council of Nigeria Registrar, all professors, all very senior doctors, and my ogas who have been source of inspirations to me who are here this evening. Good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen of the press, and the scholars who have won this scholarship. It's my pleasure to be here this evening, and I'm really happy to be making this call. Why am I happy to make this call? Because over time, little time I've started my journey in nursing. I've been privileged, to work with relevant stakeholders, the policymakers, the politicians. I've worked with technocrats, development partners, funding partners, and I've really seen from the lenses of all the stakeholders. And I also, in a way, also understand some of the gaps, where, there are little issues. And I believe that Nigeria as a country, the nursing profession as a country, we are doing our best and we'll sure, get it right. Today, we are gathered at this crucial event, where we are discussing nursing education in Nigeria. And of course, it is a very beautiful thing that we are recognized the pivotal role of nurses, in our healthcare system. And it's also very important that we gather like this to discuss, strategic and transformative approach to get better investment into nursing education. The call to action, there has to be increased funding, to the profession. And earlier, Mr. Victor was talking about how I talked about medical imperialism in our healthcare sector. I am not sure there's any major, cost funded for nurses by the government. Whereas, our Hippocratic brothers are probably funded, for some of their registrarship, and other courses that they do. These are issues, and I think that, there should be advocates in nursing. I don't think so far I've seen any major nurses advocate. I know NAM is doing their best, the best for the profession, but I feel individuals also need to rise up, start advocating for, some of this. We need to stop seriously, start talking about, some of these issues. Also, for us to get increased funding, apart from we calling on government and advocating to make sure that government actually sees, the importance of increasing funding and pumping a lot of money into, the nursing profession. Also, private sector also have a role to play. Development partners, funding organizations around the world also have, their role to play. And of course, how can they do this? By including nurses on scholarship opportunities. I think when I was national NUSA president, one of the things we did that time was, I think we wrote to, was the NNPC, because on the list of their scholarship, you see MBBS, you see other professions, but nursing is not there. So these are some of the issues. So I think there should be proper sensitization to both private sectors, development organizations, private, funders, philanthropists about the need, and also government. Also, we need to actually increase the voice, that organizations, not private sectors, the government should see reasons to, increase funding into government, also invest into the nursing profession. Curriculum enhancement is one of those things that I feel will also be of advantage to us, especially when it comes to career progression, in Nigeria. Technology integration is part of what Professor Kajat Musa said. I met her in OAU that year today. I think he was inducted in OAU at the same day I was inducted for Sigma Theta Tau organization. So it's a very good thing that horizons like health informatics, nursing informatics, is beginning to come up, and we are seeing these opportunities opening for nurses in Nigeria. For example, somebody like me, that is where I want to pitch my career, and I have a lot of work and projects in that field. And these are some of the things that fundings can also come through all these new horizons in in nursing. Also, public-private partnerships is very, 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 very important. We must foster collaboration between educational institutions, government bodies, private enterprise to create sustainable model for nursing education. As this will diversify funding sources, and also provide support for students, and also give practical exposure to reward, as creating solutions to healthcare, serious real world scenarios. And also, I would also like to say, what are strategic approaches for us to get proper funding investment into nursing? Stakeholders engagement is very, very, very important. They now must work with the people in academia, and I mean, I'm talking as a politician now. Sometimes ago, when I was national nursing president, when a meeting, I won't disclose, and nurses were there and nursing leaders were there, and when they were introducing themselves, we're saying comrade this, and they were sitting down, Mr. This, Mr. That, and when our hypocratic colleague, when they came to the meeting, they start, with their intimidating introduction. I am professor of urology who has practiced for 5 years in the UK. I have been to the United Nations, to the United States for clinical calls. There is no way, even if you are at the decision table, when it comes to allocating funding, right? You will not be partial. And these are some of the issues. So it is very, very important that as nursing leaders, NAM and the academia I don't know. I think there is an organization that year I knew of, that the nursing professors or academics also have a group. I think there is a serious need for proper collaboration, and by this we can actually lobby. We can work very well. Lobby is very important. We must lobby the powers that be for us to be able to get proper investment into nursing education. Public awareness is also very important. People must see nursing beyond being a female-dominated profession. People must see nursing beyond, being in the bedside and, giving injection to patients. There are a lot of ways that, and I feel some of these things have their cascade effect on how funders, how, governments especially see how to support, invest into our dear profession. And in conclusion, not to take our time, the time is right for a transformative investment in nursing education in Nigeria. And by heeding to this call to action and adopting strategic approach, we lay the foundation for a more resilient nation where nurses can thrive and contribute meaningfully to the well-being of our citizens. Thank you so much. Over to you, moderator.
Thank you so much, Honorable Fawale Israel. So we are so blessed to have you. We've been talking about having the support from the government as well, and it's also good that you are a nurse and a politician. So we hope that working with you as well will help us to pass this message across in a very, very strategic manner to see how we can get more funding from government bodies as well. For philanthropies as well, politicians as well, to support nurses. If everybody sees nurses as very important, like the stakeholders of healthcare organizations, we will support nurses, and that is still my stand. Everybody, both old and young, male and female, politician, poor, everybody will support nurses, because at the end of the day, we are the one you're coming to meet in the hospitals, and we are the one that will train other nurses to be nurses that will be in the hospital. So we are counting on your support. We are counting on your advocacy as well on this part. So thank you so much again for joining us. As Victor, next. Okay, I think next now we are going to be introducing the awardees. I think it's high time. I'm sure they've been waiting. The cohorts 2. So like I said, we had 10 candidates who were successful. I'm trying to, 1 second. Yeah, we had 10 candidates who were successful at this particular cohort, the second cohort. So congratulations once again. So I'm going to be sharing their slide now. Just stop this. So if they can come on video, please come on video, all the awardees.
Sorry. I think I just need few minutes. I think our call to action is not what do you call it? Is not complete without demonstrating practically in action, the support we are advocating for. Yeah, I'm so sorry to ask for just few minutes. So I mean, in regards to the call to action, I don't know. Please, our leaders, this organization needs money, and I am a very small boy. I'm your child, but I mean, to support this organization, I'll be supporting the organization with $100 because this is a very good initiative, and I think call to action we must also demonstrate in action. So I'm calling on our leaders. I know some of us might not want to talk, but those that would really love to talk, let us use this opportunity to also take that action and contribute any quota, that small amount we have in mind. It might be 2 million, it might be 3 million, it might be 4 million, it might be 5 million, to support the initiative.
Thank you
Prince,
so much.
I see you. Prince, how much dollars are you dropping? Was it 2,000 or 3,000? Prince Philade.
Thank you so much. If there's anyone
All
via
our
the
pros,
website,
Mr.
yeah.
President, I am calling on everybody to take action and support the organization. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I'll be sharing right there the link to supporting. No amounts, like you said, we actually plan to give 100,000 each, but because of funding, we have to downsize it to 50. And we still want to, complete, do our promise, we do with our promise. So every support will be appreciated. If any individual, if you can help us in any way to push this forward, to support, please let us do. I'm going to be sharing the link where you can make out the payments and remit that via the link now. You can visit our website. There is a sponsor in us button that you can just click and support. Also, we are calling for sponsorship as well, volunteers. So for instance, we are saying we need to send letters here and there. We need volunteers. We need people to help us propagate and publicize and advertise and market this initiative until you get to the right sponsor or partners. So thank you so much. Thank you for completing your job, Honorable Fawale. So now we'll go straight to, thank you. We'll go to introducing the awardees. Like I said, they should come on video. Thank you very much. Please come on video while I go back to sharing the screen. Are they here on video? So the first, so we asked them to send in their photos. So not every one of them were able to send it within the time frame. But here we have Omoloba Sharon Oluwafumi Lola. Can I call on Dr. Philade if he's still here to introduce them? Thank you. Dr. Philade here?
Oh, I'm still here, loud and
Okay.
okay, this is the first recipient among the awardees for the quarter 2. Okay, we have on the screen Daud Fauzia a future nurse scholar 2023, is a 5th-year nursing student at Olabisi Onabanjo University, studying nursing there. I don't know
Congratulations.
if it's congratulations. Then we also have here Alabi Oluwafemi Peter. Alabi Oluwafemi Peter is a 3rd-year nursing student from the Department of Nursing Science, University of Ilorin, Nigeria.
Congratulations. Let's congratulate them. You can clap for them right in the chats.
Then the next person is Oyelegan Oluwatosin Precious. Oyelegan Oluwatosin Precious, a 3rd-year nursing student from the Department of Nursing Science, University of Ilorin, Nigeria.
Congratulations.
Then we also have here the second person awarded from NAVC or Onabanjo University. We have Aderoyomu Abibat, Year 4 nursing student from Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ogun State, Nigeria. From the northwest part of Nigeria, we have Abubakar Mufidat. Abubakar Mufidat is a 2nd-year nursing student from Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto State, Nigeria.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Then we also have Oyewole Damilola Deborah, 4th-year nursing student from Osun State University, Osogbo, Nigeria.
Congratulations.
Year 4 nursing student. Congratulations, Oyewole. Then also we have Akintayo Oluwanifemi Victoria. Is from Elizade University, from nursing department, Year 2 nursing student from Elizade University, Ondo State. Akintayo, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Next person is Rokwibat Bolarinwa, a 3rd-year nursing student from Ladoke Akintola University of Technology, Ogbomoso, Oyo State, Nigeria. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We also have from South part of Nigeria, we have Etiono Akani Yene. I'm sorry, I may not pronounce it well. Etiono Akani Yene. You doing? It's a Year 3 nursing student of University Department of Nursing, University of Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, Nigeria.
So thank you so much. I think that's all we have. We have others that they're on video. Yeah. Let's see your face. Where are the rest? Thank you. Take a screenshot.
Yes, I can see Bolarinwa. Rokwibat is there.
Yeah.
Abibat is
Congratulations.
there. Yes.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Yes, Oyalegon. Okay, Oyalegon is also here.
So we invite, maybe because of our time, maybe 2 or 3 of them for the acceptance as, speech in 1 minute. Who is going first? I think Rokibat can go first. You can unmute yourself here.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon. And if you are not in Nigeria, good morning, good night, wherever you are. So the nursing leaders present here, thank you so much for all you are doing for nursing. We don't take you for granted. And to my fellow colleagues, I appreciate your presence. I am honored to be a recipient of this scholarship for the year 2023. I've been applying to scholarships since my 1st year in LAUTECH, and this happens to be the first academic scholarship I would win. All gratitude is to everybody who made this scholarship possible. from the leaders to the executives, as well as sponsors. Thank you so much. We don't take this opportunity for granted, and I'll do all I can to ensure that this gesture is passed down to the generation of younger nurses coming after us. Thank you so much, and may God bless you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, Rakibat Bolarewa. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Before we call on the second person, I would like to recognize the presence. Sincere apologies. My attention has just been called to the fact that we have our legendary nurse leader, Dr. Bola Ofi, is here with us. Please, can we just appreciate her with a round of applause?
Hi, mommy. Where is she? Where is her face?
She's here. I don't know if she can come
Thank you.
online.
I'm happy to hear that she's with us.
She's with us. She was here with us last year as well. So thank you so much, ma.
Wow.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining us. We hope you can share one or two things with us later on when you can. Please, we would like to hear from you. It's such an honor to have you here. Thank you, ma. So we go next. Who is going next? Damilola Oyewale. Just in 1 minute, your acceptance speech.
Good everyone. Today, the founder of the Future Leadership Program, the key speakers, the moderators, the special guests, the guest speakers, and my fellow future scholars. My name is Damola Oyewale, a 400 level student of Osho State University. Actually, I feel honored to be a partaker of this year's Future Nursing Scholarship Award because I've also been applying for different scholarships since my secondary school, and this also happens to be the first one I'll get. So, scholarship is actually something I'm happy about, and I really appreciate it. So I'll be believe in me and and definitely embark on my nursing journey with joy. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That's very, very good to hear from you. Abibat at the room.
Okay, good day, sir. Good day, ma. Good day, everyone. Please, ma, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. My name is Aderomo Abibat. I'm a 400 level nursing student of Olabisi Onabanjo University. I'm here to give special thanks to everyone who made this scholarship and leadership program a success, from the founder to the board of directors to the executives and the sponsors. Just like others that have talked so far, I've also been applying for scholarships from 100 level, and this is the first scholarship that I've won. The Future Nursing Scholarship is the first scholarship that I saw in Nigeria that was specifically meant for nursing students, which is something I really love and I would love to contribute to in the future. I look forward to the mentorship program in now to shape my career. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know if there's any other. Is Peter Alabi here, the only male amongst them? We always have a fraction of that gender. Anyway, so we have others, and I want to say congratulations.
The convener, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Professor Baju is online. I do not know whether he has been recognized.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yes, and he's been here since. I also met him on board.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Professor Fatai Additional Badru, thank you so much, sir. Apologies and please sincere pardon that oversight. We sincerely appreciate you for being here. If you'd like to share one or two words with us as well, we'll really be glad. And we know the time is fast spent, but we love to hear from you. So thank you so much. Okay, I think we should have, okay, thank you. He's in another meeting, but we do appreciate, your intentionality. So thank you so much. Etiono, do you want to turn on your video and make your acceptance speech? And that'll be the last.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Etieno Akani Udoyin, and I'm a 300 level nursing science student at the University of Uyo. I'm incredibly honored and humbled to receive this scholarship award. And my heartfelt gratitude goes to the Future Nursing Leadership Program for selecting me as a recipient of this prestigious scholarship. Of course, it's a great privilege that I'm very, very grateful about. And I know that this scholarship will immensely help me in relieving the financial burden of my education, thereby enabling me to focus on my academics and clinical experience. It is a great investment in my future, including the levels of patients that I will care for and the communities that I will serve. I am really, really grateful to everyone who supported me throughout this journey. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So congratulations again. Like you said, it's not just about the funding, but we see to following up and supporting you in your career progression as well. So we're hoping that you can reach out to us. We've created a community for future nurse scholars, and you can always, if you have any you're struggling with, you can always come back to us. I will be glad to support you. Remember, you need to maintain, academic excellence throughout the period of the scholarship, so that you can renew it yearly until your graduation, and then you'll be able to enroll to the other programs like the graduate fellowship. We encourage you to get into creative and engage in innovative healthcare, process, and initiatives wherever you are. So congratulations to all the awardees. Congratulations to the returning awardees that we have introduced earlier, and especially to our graduates, Future Nurse Scholar. Thank you very much. Next agenda. So, Nurse Victor, I think I think Nurse Victor might be busy. Okay.
Yes, I'm back. Thank you very much. Yes, thank you very much. Wonderful, wonderful speech. There. Thank you. So next up is the closing remark. Just before then, we have been informed that Dr. Bola is currently on.
So, yeah, I'm not sure if she is able to come on video. I think she's off again. So, but just before we go, it is important. We've all been talking about award. We'll be talking about these contributions of people, and I just want to use the opportunity to give an award of recognition to some past and present board of directors. So when I say some past and present, that doesn't mean that we are leaving some people behind, but it is one thing to have an idea, but what makes an idea works is when you have people that key into the vision and work with you. So I want to first of all start by giving this award of recognition to my partner. I call him partner because he was the first person I shared this initiative with, and he ran with it. His contribution was so immense to organizing the scholarship, the application, interview process, and everything. He was very, very, committed, but he had to take a leave of absence, so to say, due to some other commitments. So I want to appreciate and recognize Obinna, and also Obinna is a victor in recognition of your leadership and commitment to the vision of the Future Nursing Leadership Program. Thank you so much. Let's please appreciate him. You can take a screenshot here and share and tag him, Obinna Victor Eze, everywhere. Please let's appreciate them. No matter how, even if not financially, the time is also an investment. Thank you so much. And then the next is, I hope that's come up now. Please, let's continue to clap. I'm not seeing any clapping appreciation in the group. Let's continue to clap for them. Is Mr. Peter Adedeji. This award of recognition goes in respect of your recognition of leadership and commitment to the vision of the future nursing leadership program. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you can unmute and clap, that would be great. So, and the next is to Dr. Bulola Lily West. If you know her, of course, you know how committed she is to nursing innovation. She was one of our directors to the Quality Assurance Department. Thank you so much, Dr. Bulola Lily West, in recognition of your leadership and commitment to the vision of the Future Nursing Leadership Program. We do not take this for granted. Thank you. And up next here is Mrs. Ronke Bello, who was also one of our, pioneer board of directors. So thank you so much, Ms. Ronke Bello. Please take a screenshot, send this to them, and appreciate them. Tag them every social media, anywhere you find them. We really appreciate. I really appreciate. Thank you so much, and I'm sure that nursing profession is proud of you. Thank you. Mr. Adedeji Adeniyi, all the way from Canada as well, was our national secretary, our general secretary for the board. He's also very committed to, in leadership and the vision of Future Nursing Leadership Program. Thank you so much for your contributions. I also want to recognize, yes, our main sponsor, as well as, one of the director of the board, Dr. Bolaji Babatunde. You've heard from him earlier today. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
God bless you. Thank you. Yes, the next recognition goes to our very own Mr. Alani Filade. Yes, the powerhouse. Thank you so much, sir. I know, nurse coach, thank you for not seeing just that small girl that graduated this year. Thank you for always, listening and, supporting. God bless you. I know you were not expecting this. This is just my own token of appreciation. Thank you. And the next goes to Dr. Sani Abdurrahman. Yes, right from day one as well. I think it was Dr. Mr. Olani that introduced me to him, and he just keen to it, and we've been talking, planning FNLP right from day one. So thank you so much, Dr. Sani, in recognition of your leadership and commitment to the vision of the Future Nursing Leadership Program. Dr. Sani is the present director, national scholarship director as well. So thank you so much, sir. And of course, our South Africa-based nurse, Dr. Precious Chukwere, who is a member of the board as well. Thank you so much. We recognize your leadership and commitment. God bless you. Let the hand clap or everything continue, please. And of course, small but mighty, our small but mighty nurse Khadija Musa. Nurse Khadija Musa, even though she's just graduated, I never knew she was still a student because of the, tenacity and the passion she had for nursing profession. I only got to know, when I got to know that she was still a student, and then working actively when she was the, NUSA president, and even afterwards, I feel that passion, that connection so much. So thank you so much for always, responding to me. Most times I just start and I just go straight, even without saying good morning, bad manners. Thank you so much for your leadership and commitment to the vision of the Future Nursing Leadership. Thank you. Of course, myself. Yes, I'm thanking myself because it's not easy. It's not easy. Thank you so much, and that will be it. Thank you. And also, even though if you don't have an award now, we get an award next year. Thank you so much. So I think we can call it a close now. It's been an amazing, amazing, amazing time. Oh, Victor, unmute yourself. We can't hear you.
Oh yeah, I was saying, yeah, it's great. Thank you all for those who served previously. Thank you. I think we now go to the closing remark. Sorry,
Dr. Filade. Yeah,
okay, yeah, all right.
Mr.
So,
Filade.
I call Dr. Filade for the closing remark. Perhaps we did not or we missed anyone. It's not intentional, but we believe that we've acknowledged every special guest of honor here present. Dr. Filade, I yield the mic. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Victor. Thank you, Nurse Coach, once again, our founder and renowned philanthropist who has been using resources and everything within our disposal to see to the success of this program. It's actually a very good vision, and despite all the challenges, she has been very focused to make sure that the program goes on. So let me start, first of all, to appreciate God Almighty for giving all the grace to have this program. It has been a very demanding exercise, right? From the application period to the period of shortlisting, screening, and all that. And the Lord make it a success such that we're able to get it achieved today. Glory be to God. And to all the board members who are making quite a lot of sacrifices and in ensuring that the program is a success, they are also appreciated. Appreciation goes to our keynote speaker, Professor Nwozishi Chinonso. He has given a very brilliant presentation, and that has really awakened quite a number of those of us who are actually present in today's program. Appreciation to the NAM presidents, Comrade Nachi Michael, who, despite his very tight schedule and short notice, decided to also attend this program. We are indeed grateful for giving us such an opportunity. It's a kind of honor, and we quite acknowledge that, and we pray for more wisdom to lead and pioneer the affairs of nursing association in Nigeria. To other sponsors, Dr. Bolaji has been making a lot of sacrifices to ensure that this program takes place, and quite a number of other donors. We are indeed grateful. All our keynotes, our goodwill, those who have made goodwill messages, starting from our own Associate Professor Khadija Musa. Thanks for the good work you are doing in University of Abuja, and Professor the HOD of OAU. I'm not too sure if he's still there. Is among our highly respected leaders who are also making a huge sacrifice to ensure that our profession is growing. And the OAU has been among the Department of Nursing. OAU has been among those who are championing that vision, and I quite commend the effort of those who are leading and other team members of us at the department. Thank you very much for the wonderful work you are doing there. To other nursing leaders, to nurse leaders, I can see quite a number of us. Professor Fatai Badru just got the notice and they decided to attend. It's a kind of honor. I can see quite a number of other lecturers from colleges of nursing and department of nursing here from different parts of the country who are also here. I can see our brand new Associate Prof. Anita Lukong from ABU. I can acknowledge your presence and the effort you are making. And Mrs. Afu from Calabar, you acknowledge, your presence is acknowledged. And quite a number, Professor Badru have said that from University of Lagos. Honorable Fawole has been a great leader, and indeed one of our nurses in Nigeria who are making impact. People, thank you very much for all your sacrifices. And those who have donated and those who are still willing to support us to make sure that we keep the flag high up, you are welcome, and we look forward to your support and donations to that regard. There are people perhaps I've not mentioned, maybe for lack of time. I may not be able to recognize. I'm not because I underrated or I decided not to, but because of time, I may not be able to mention you one after the other. You are all welcome. All of you made the sacrifice of joining us despite the short notice. We are indeed grateful. Thank you to everyone. We celebrate you. To all our award recipients, you are ambassadors now. So make sure you inform others and let others know, and let people also have that impact. Try as much as possible to make sure you do your part in representing nursing profession and ensuring that you are known as an ambassador of this award that you have received, so that the future ambassadors too, we will be proud of them. We wish you success, and we pray that God Almighty will continue to bless you all. To our moderator today, Mr. Victor,
Yes.
you have done very well. I must not fail to do that. And lastly, let me go back to our founder, who has also always been there, always smiling, always calling to ensure that everyone is putting everything together to make things work. God will bless you. Thank you very much. So on behalf of the board of directors, we are saying thank you to everyone who have been part of this program tonight. God bless you all. Thank you very much.
Amen. Thank you so much, Mr. Finade. Prince, put it there. Prince Oladi Finade, thank you so much. Warm greetings to all participants and organizers of the program from the leadership of NAM. Thank you so much. We hope that we will get a proper formal collaboration and partnership with every stakeholder there, every organization, NAM, NMCN, to see how we can propagate this initiative. Again, we are counting on every one of us here to go out. If you can do that now, say something, go to your social media and say something about this program that you have attended. We want the words, we want, like somebody said, most of the, that's something that's, it's not new to me, it wasn't surprising, but again, it just kind of emphasized the need for this. Almost all the awardees today said this is the first time they are getting a scholarship. They've applied to many. In fact, this is the first, this is the first scholarship dedicated solely to nurses in Nigeria. So I think this is something that we all should embrace and we should go and be proud of. No matter how small it is, let us go and be proud of this initiative. Let us talk about it until we create that awareness till it gets to more sponsors and more sponsors and more sponsors. The more the merrier. Thank you so much. Let's have a very good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
I don't know if we can take a screenshot. I wasn't. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we just take anyway, just take as many as possible as you can screenshots so you can share with us. Let's wave your hand, to nursing.
Thank you.
Okay, we take the next space. Thank you so much. If you want to come on video, please feel free to come on video.
Yes.
Okay. Wave your hands. You can use, don't want to come on video, just use the raise hand button. Wave to nursing, wave to progress, wave to more sponsorship, wave to sustaining and retaining the nursing workforce. Thank you so much. I'm going to the next slide so that you can all show. We are the future of nursing. We are the future of the healthcare, locally and globally. God bless you. Thank you. Have a good evening. Don't forget to tag Future Nurse Scholar, tag Invest in Nurses, tag me, Nurse Cochola, and tag anyone that you know here in any post you make. God bless you. Good night.